Welcome to Secret Sleep. This is your secret escape, a quiet refuge where time slows and the mind unwinds. Here, there is nothing to fix, nothing to achieve, and nowhere else you need to be. This is a place of gentle permission, a place where you are allowed to soften and let the day loosen its grip. Tonight's meditation is for anyone who finds themselves caught in self-judgment, especially around how they look or how their body feels. If you've been carrying quiet worries about your appearance, or feeling tense, watched, or uneasy in your own body, this time is for you. You don't need to analyze those feelings. You don't need to change them. Just knowing why you're here is enough. As you settle in, allow your body to be supported by the surface beneath you. The bed, the pillows, the steady weight of gravity doing the work for you. If your eyes haven't already closed, you may gently allow them to do so now. And if they stay open, that's perfectly okay too. Before we move anywhere else, we'll begin by calming the nervous system, inviting the body into a state of safety. There's nothing you need to do well here. No right way to breathe, just a gentle invitation. Begin by noticing your breath, just as it is. No need to change it yet. Simply noticing the soft rise and fall of your body. Now, when it feels comfortable, begin to breathe in slowly through your nose if you can, and breathe out through the nose or mouth, whatever is more comfortable. Make the out breath just a little longer than the inhale. Good. Again, breathe in and out. Let the exhale be unhurried, like a slow sigh. Good. With each longer exhale, you may notice a subtle softening. The shoulders lowering slightly, the jaw loosening, the space between the eyes relaxing. There's no rush. Breathe in and slowly out. Good. Now, if it feels right, place one hand gently on your chest or on your belly, not to monitor, not to check, but simply to feel. To remind the nervous system that you are here and you are safe. Continue breathing this way. In gently. Out slowly and fully. Each exhale tells the body that it can stand down, that it no longer needs to be on alert. If your thoughts wander, that's not a problem. Just gently return to the slow, easy rhythm of your breath. Nothing else matters right now. With each breath out, imagine the body becoming heavier, more settled, more at ease. The mind doesn't need to watch so closely anymore. You are allowed to rest. As your breathing finds its own calm rhythm, we'll begin to drift gently inward towards a quiet place, a small room where you can begin to let go of self-judgment and effort. But there's no need to imagine anything clearly. Just listen and allow the words to wash over you. As your breathing settles into an easy, natural rhythm, you may begin to notice a quiet shift, a sense of turning inward, away from the outer world and towards a private inner space. There's nothing you need to imagine clearly, just a feeling, a suggestion, a soft sense of being somewhere calm and contained. In your mind, you find yourself standing in a small room. The room is quiet, still, and softly lit. It isn't dark, and it isn't uncomfortable, just enclosed enough to feel separate from anything else. The walls are close, but they are steady, supportive, as if they've been holding this space for you for a long time. This room may feel familiar, not because you've been here before, but because it resembles the kind of space the mind creates when it's been thinking too much, watching too closely, turning thoughts inward again and again. You don't need to judge that. This room isn't a mistake. It isn't something to escape from in a hurry. It simply exists as a result of a mind that's been trying to protect you. Take a moment to notice how you feel in this room. There is no right response. You might feel neutral, or slightly tense, or simply curious. Whatever you notice is allowed, and whatever you don't notice is allowed too. What matters is this: in this room, nothing is being asked of you. Nothing is evaluating you. Nothing is checking how you look, or how you're standing, or how you're being. There are no mirrors here, no surfaces that reflect you back to yourself. Just quiet space, and your gentle presence within it. As you stand here, notice that your body is supported. Your feet feel steady beneath you, or your body feels balanced and held. Your breath continues on its own, without effort, without control. The body knows how to be here. If the mind begins to comment, to analyze, or to watch, you don't need to stop it. You can simply notice those thoughts as sounds in the distance. They don't need answers. They don't need engagement. They can exist without pulling you in. This room is not a place of judgment. It's a place where you can finally stop monitoring yourself, where you don't need to adjust, or correct, or prepare. Here, the body is not an object. It's simply the place you're standing, the place you're breathing, the place you're resting. You may begin to sense that the room itself is holding you gently. The walls aren't closing in. They're keeping things out, keeping the noise away, keeping expectations away. Nothing from the outside world can reach you here. If there's been a feeling of being watched by others or by your own thoughts, this room offers relief from that. No one is looking. Nothing is measured. You are allowed to exist without being seen. Spend a few quiet moments here. Let the stillness settle. Let your shoulders soften. Your jaw unclench. Your breath slow naturally. The room doesn't need to change for you to feel safer. And you don't need to change to remain here. And as you rest in this small, quiet space, you may begin to notice something else. A subtle presence, not demanding attention, not calling out, just waiting patiently. Somewhere in this room, there is a door. It doesn't interrupt the space. It doesn't stand out. It's always been there. And knowing that, without needing to do anything about it, is enough for now. You don't need to turn towards the door right away. Just knowing it's there can be comforting in itself. A quiet reminder that this room isn't a trap, that there is more space available whenever you're ready. When it feels natural, you allow your awareness to drift towards the door. Not with urgency, not with expectation, just a gentle curiosity. The door is simple, unremarkable. It doesn't promise answers. It doesn't promise change. It isn't asking anything of you. You might notice its texture, the way it feels beneath your hand, if you choose to rest your palm there. Solid, steady. This door doesn't rush you. It doesn't open on its own. It waits patiently for your permission. Take a moment here. Notice how it feels to stand at the threshold without crossing it. There's no pressure. Nothing bad happens if you stay. Nothing bad happens if you go. This choice belongs entirely to you. If the mind offers questions, what's on the other side? Will it be better? Will I feel different? You don't need answers. Tonight isn't about solving anything. It's about rest. And when you sense even the slightest readiness, not because you should, but because the body feels steady enough, you allow the door to open. It opens quietly, without effort, without resistance. And as it does, a soft, warm air moves gently towards you. Not dramatic, not overwhelming, just a subtle sense of openness. The space beyond the door feels wider, less focused, as if the inner spotlight has already begun to dim. Here, nothing is watching you. Nothing is asking you to explain yourself. You don't need to step through immediately. You can rest in this in-between place. 1 foot here, 1 foot there, held by both spaces at once. The small room behind you and the wider calm ahead. When it feels right, you take a gentle step forward. There is no ceremony, no moment of arrival, just movement, slow and natural, guided by ease rather than effort. As you step through, you don't leave your body behind. You bring it with you, not as something to evaluate, but as something to be carried by this calm. The body doesn't need to be watched here. It's allowed to simply exist. The door remains open behind you. You're not shutting anything away. You're just allowing space to widen, allowing attention to soften. With each slow step forward, the habit of self-monitoring begins to loosen. The need to check, to adjust, to judge, quietly fades into the background. Not gone, just no longer in charge. You may notice your breathing deepen on its own. Your shoulders feel heavier, more relaxed. Your face softens. The body recognizes this place as safe. Ahead of you, the space opens further. And in this gentle openness, we'll begin to walk slowly together into a place where the body can rest and sleep can arrive naturally. As you move further into this open space, there's no path you need to follow, no destination, just the slow, easy rhythm of being carried forward by calm. Each step feels natural, unforced, almost effortless. The space around you feels quiet and wide, not empty, but spacious, as if there's finally room for the mind to stop circling itself. Here, nothing is asking how you look. Nothing is reflecting you back to yourself. You are free from being observed, even by your own thoughts. With each gentle step, the habit of checking in on your body begins to loosen. There's less attention on shape or posture or presence. There's more attention on sensation. The steady contact beneath you, the soft air around you, the ease of breathing. Your body doesn't need to be managed here. It already knows how to stand, how to breathe, how to rest. You don't need to supervise it. If a thought about appearance drifts in, you don't need to push it away. You can imagine it slowing, becoming quieter, and gently falling behind you as you continue forward. Those thoughts belong to the old habit of watching. Here, watching is no longer required. The body begins to feel less like something to be seen and more like something to live inside. A warm, steady place. A place that carries you without asking for anything in return. As you walk, you may notice your awareness sinking downward, out of the head and into the body, into the chest, the belly, the hips, the legs, a settling, a grounding. The muscles begin to soften one by one, not because you tell them to, but because they feel safe enough to do so. The body recognizes this moment as permission. Here, there is no comparison, no imagined audience, no measuring stick. You are not being assessed. You are not being evaluated. You are simply allowed to be. And as the need to be seen fades, something else takes its place. A sense of quiet belonging, as if you finally fit without trying to fit at all. Your breathing continues slowly and naturally. Each exhale feels like a letting go. Letting go of vigilance. Letting go of effort. Letting go of the inner gaze. You may notice the body feeling heavier now, more settled, as if gravity itself is holding you gently in place. There is nothing you need to hold up anymore. If you wish, you can imagine this open space becoming softer still. Edges blur. to matter less. The body understands what to do next. You are walking less now and resting more, moving and being still at the same time. In this place, the body is not a problem to solve. It is simply the place where rest happens. And as you remain here, sleep begins to gather quietly around you. Soon, we'll allow the imagery to dissolve completely, leaving only repetition, breath, and rest. And from there, you can drift easily into sleep. There's nothing more you need to imagine, nothing you need to follow. The space around you can dissolve, and the sense of walking can fade away. What remains is simply rest. Your body is already settling, breathing slowly, quietly, without effort. Each breath out loosens you a little more. There is no need to watch yourself now. No need to check how you're feeling or how you're doing. You can let go of that gentle vigilance. The body knows how to rest. You don't need to decide anything about your body tonight. Not how you feel about it, not what it looks like, not what it means. All decisions can wait. For now, the body is just a place to sleep. A place to be held. A place where nothing is required. If thoughts drift through, they don't need attention. They can pass like distant sounds, growing softer, less distinct, until they fade on their own. Your breathing continues, slow in, slow out. Each exhale carrying you deeper into the bed. You may notice heaviness spreading gently through the shoulders, down the arms, into the hands, through the chest, the belly, the hips, down the legs, into the feet. A comfortable settling. Nothing needs to be held. Nothing needs to be adjusted. The body is allowed to take up space without being noticed. You are safe here, undisturbed, unobserved, at rest. And as the mind grows quieter, sleep moves closer. Not something you need to do, but something that happens when effort disappears. You can allow yourself to drift and drift and drift. The night can take over now. Words can fall away. Breath can slow. The body can sink fully into sleep.